Okay, guys, so in the last day, EA have made a massive mistake, and we're going to be talking about that alongside some of the crazy mistakes they've made over the years. So let me know in the comments, out of all of EA's scandals, mistakes, whatever it may be, what do you think is the worst one? Do let me know in the comments. Leave a like if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe for more, and let's get into it. If you're looking for the cheapest FC26 coins to build your super team, then look no further than MMOEXP.com. You can use code JambooUK for 8% off the already cheapest coins. Okay, so, when it comes to mistakes in EA, I've been around a long time, and there is many, many, many things that come to mind. FIFA 23, I don't know how many of you remember. They messed up and released tradable hero packs for 25,000 coins, which obviously everyone's spamming them. And the issue with a lot of these mistakes is what tends to happen is it's sort of live for like half an hour before they rapidly fix it. And then anybody who was online and ready for the mistake, they profit massively, and it is what it is. The game's the game. You can't blame them people. It is EA at the end of the day. So you had that in FIFA 23. One of the worst ones, in my opinion, was the Team of the Year and Icon card scandal. I can't even remember what year that was. Someone will have to recommend me on when that was, but EA employees, I believe they were, allegedly, just selling cards directly through WhatsApp groups, which is crazy, by the way, for, serious prizes as well, like £500 for R9 and things like that, that is absolutely nuts. More recently, FC24, we had the Messi scandal. I'm sure you guys remember that. That's one of the most talked about ones that I think we've had in recent times. People were not happy with that at all. Essentially, I believe it was a player pick. It was either a player pick or a pack that people were getting. And you just had an extremely high chance of getting Messi. I think it was a player pick. You will have to let me know. A Team of the Year Messi. So what you had for the rest of the game cycle was all these people running around with Team of the Year Messis that they'd been able to obtain for next to nothing. This year then you had at the start of the game, and it's the reason that the PC market is still absolutely destroyed. There was a way to glitch the system or something, and you could put a VPN on, change your region to India, and there was a decimal point mistake. So instead of paying £80 for 12k FIFA points, you were paying 80p. So people were just ripping through FIFA points at absolute dirt cheap prices. And that's a crazy mistake from their perspective as well, purely just because of the amount of money lost. What you will normally find is a lot of these mistakes don't necessarily hurt EA themselves, but that one, that's a crazy one. And I actually read a theory for the one that we're about to talk about, which thinks that EA could potentially have benefited from this one. So essentially what happened last night is a pack was released, and I believe it's not here anymore. I might be wrong. I don't know whether it's one of these, but they've changed the odds. But essentially what happened last night is they've released one of these packs that was for fairly cheap, and it had a 33% odds chance. When you can look at the pack probabilities here. So they'd obviously got it massively wrong, and it had a 33% chance of an icon and a 33% chance of a hero. So you were actually more likely to get at least a hero or an icon than you were these FC Pro live player cards, which are awful. So a massive shift in probability, which is obviously a mistake. I believe it lasted for around half an hour. So I don't know, how many of you guys have seen Run the Foot Market's 2-minute video on it, but he was getting share plays, I believe, and people are just getting crazy cards. Someone got Mia Hamm just from one of these packs, and obviously the theory and the conspiracy is that most people would have got bad icons and heroes from this pack, so it wouldn't have affected the market or EA or anything too drastically, but everyone who was online was buying this pack because it was glitched. So you could argue that EA actually did benefit. You will have to let me know, but as these always are, EA did manage to fix it pretty quickly, but things like this are just bad, man. Like, when you think about what Ultimate Team is, it's a game where you're meant to be, like, grinding your club up from day one through that 12-month cycle, and just little glitches like this, the ones that spring to mind, like the Messi gate, this one from last night, all of them really, these short, like, half-hour to hour spells where there's game-breaking things where people can just get their club up. It just destroys, like, the whole mode and what it's meant to be. And like I say, I have absolutely no issue with people doing it. It's there to be exploited. If I was online, you best believe I'm ripping that pack. I'm not pretending that I'm not. I would have gone for the Messi if I was online. For some reason, I never seem to be around when these things are happening. So yeah, my luck is just not on my side with that. But guys, do let me know if any of you guys managed to open that pack last night. And like I say, let me know what you think the worst mistake EA have made is. Can they ever just get it right? I'm waiting for the day. Do I have faith in EA? I'm not really too sure. I don't want to be too harsh on them, but it does seem that every single year there is some game-breaking mistake that people are able to exploit. And like one like that, where it's a pack being released and the odds are just so wrong. Like, how does that get released? That's why the conspiracy sort of makes sense. Because it's almost like it's such a difficult mistake to make unless you're intending to do it, So, I don't know. Do let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like if you made it this far. And peace. Sort it out, EA Sports.